In this video, let's work on the 11th experiment, that is designing one automatic water sprinkler based on soil moisturizer, and the embedded board that we'll be using is Arduino. So coming to the block diagram, so Arduino is the main embedded system, and we have a soil moisturizing sensor that gives us the input about the moisturizer content. And then based on the content, if the moisture content is less, then we'll actuate a water pump. In fact, we'll use a relay over here and actuate the water pump. And whatever is happening, those details, whatever moisture content is there, we'll display it on the Arduino IDE. Likewise, whenever we switch on the pump, we'll also display that message on the Arduino IDE. This is the setup. And then coming to the circuit diagram, it's very important to understand the functionality of the relay. So in the video, if you see in the diagram in the video, this is the relay piece. That's a very important piece. So let's understand the functionality of it. So in fact, it is a single pole double throw switch. It's a switch basically. You can see this is the pole, and you have the common terminal. So this is it's normally connected to one of the switch in a default stage. That means when the coil has no voltage in the rest position, this pole will be connected to normally closed. That's the reason it is called as NC, normally closed. This is how the circuit is completed. However, when voltage is applied to this, you can see the voltage has been applied to this. When the voltage is applied, you can see the pole, the switch has kind of now moved to this position. So which was normally open. In fact, in the default state, it was normally open. However, when the voltage is applied, the switch is kind of, the pole has been thrown to the normally open. So this is a circuit completion. So this is how the relay acts. So now how do we use the relay in the diagram? So like we said in the video, this is a relay. So this is the relay, you can see. So relay on one side, if you see, this is the main, our load, our pump, and then the external source that we are using. So this is a circuit for the pump. Now if you see the common terminal, so normally it is in the default position, it is in the normal closed. So you can see positive and the negative are both connected. So that's the reason the pump will be switched off in the normal position. However, when this relay is activated through Arduino, now what happens? This common terminal will be connected to the normally open. So when this positive is connected to this, you can see this motor is connected to the external source. Now this sectional source, this motor, so it could be a big motor which would require AC power. So we don't know how much power it requires. So based on what motor you're using, so you're using a corresponding battery also, external battery also. So for example, in our video, you can see we are using a DC motor over here, and we are using an external battery as well. So this is how this is kind of switched on using the relay. So this is the relay. Now, how is this relay activated? That relay is activated by our Arduino Uno. So you have the VCC ground and you have the in pin using 13. So that means whenever we want the relay to be activated or this pole to be thrown to the normally open, that is the motor to be switched on using the external source, what we do is we activate the pin number 13. That is how the motor will be activated. So when is pin number 13 activated? Pin number is activated, 13 is activated based on the soil moisture sensor. So whenever the moisture kind of is low, uh, the in fact the Arduino unit got to sense it and then switch it on. And then as the moisture level rises, then it's a switch off. That is the scenario. So you have all the way these are connected. It's all there in the manual over here. And here's the code. So here's the code you can see. In fact, what we have the same code copied in Arduino Uno also, Arduino IDE also. So let me also keep this video onto one side here. And then we have the code. Looking at the code, you can see moisture sensor. This is the moisture sensor. You can see right now it is not in the water. So except for the water, it's dry. Anyway, I haven't connected the Arduino, so we can't see it working. Anyway, I'll connect it shortly. So moisture sensor pin number, it's connected to 0, pump is connected to 13, and the threshold we are keeping it as 50. So if the moisture is below 50, we'll switch on the motor. And as the moisture goes above 50, we switch it off. So this is the setup. This is the relay pin, and then in the loop you can see we are doing a analog read, and this value that we get, we are mapping into the range that we want. We are mapping it to the range of 0 to 100. So that will come in the moisture, and then that is being printed onto the screen here. And then if moisture is below the threshold, is dry, so we used 50 as a threshold, then we turn on the motor. So here you can see the relay is active low. That's the reason we are writing low. So here the pump is on, watering the plants. If the moisture increases above the threshold, then we switch off the turn off the pump. That is, we are deactivating using the high. So this is a very simple program. So now let's connect the Arduino. We'll use the USB. I'm just connecting it. So that we can upload the code into the, yeah, I've connected it. Code, in fact, it has been uploaded already. Still, anyway, let's compile it and then upload it. Yeah, uploading has been done. So let's clear this. Now you can see this sensor is outside water. That's the reason it's showing 30. And then you can see the relay is on over here. See, relay got on. In fact, the motor, I can feel it over there. I'll go and touch it. I can feel that it is switched on. Yeah, there is some loose connection over here. So however, you can see the relay is switched on. Now you put the moisture, the sensor into the water. You can see the sensor is switched off. Sensor has been, you can see the relay has been switched off. And likewise, you can see the readings over here. Moisture level, since it is in the water, moisture level is saying 73 and the pump is off. So again, if I remove this out of the water, you can see the values over here falling below 50. So let's say it. I've removed the sensor, put it away. So you can see the moisture has kind of fallen down. And you can see the motor has been switched on. You can see the relay switch has been on. Now this motor is running on the external power. So this completes our experiment. Thank you.